This is a glide bait, and it's one of the best ways to catch big bass in cold water. But the way you retrieve it is what makes or breaks this bait.
Oh, there we go.
So come with me for an afternoon of fishing in freezing water, where I'll show you the gear and techniques I use to catch fish, and hopefully not lose my favorite bait to any pickerel.
Alright, one of the first things I like to do on these sunny but cold days is just flick a cast like just right here. When it's sunny, they will just sit right there. So I definitely want to see what we got. Doesn't feel big, but
First cast.
always worth giving a cast. The water right in front of you. Little pickerel. Not a perfect start, but, you know, it's always worth casting right in that water right in front of you. Look at that guy. Alright, let's try and find the right one. So I'm still trying to be quiet here, you know. Right on the sunny side of the bank, you know, that's where these fish are hanging out. And this is how I like to retrieve this bait here. When it's cold, this choppy retrieve does a good job. See, I'm giving it a good second. Bam. 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 Between those little chops. And that makes that glide bait dart back and forth in the water. But just a peaceful day out here otherwise. And then if I feel like I got weeds, I'll just crank it back in, but still being quiet. I'm not really, you know, giving it all that much action. I'm trying to be quiet even when I do burn that bait back to my feet. Chop, chop, chop. Slow, nice and slow. There's one.
There we go.
Oh yeah, he's up top. Just winching him in right now. I kind of grind my fish in this time of year. Oh. Yeah. Okay. Nice. Alright, we're heading in the right direction. Look at that guy. Not bad. I'll take that after a long winter. But you see, even a pretty small fish will take a swing at a big bait like that. No problem. You know. These glide baits don't have to be a all or nothing pursuit. You can kind of, you know, raise all kinds of fish on them. Okay. Oh. Ah, yeah. Okay. That's soaked. Trying to get the glove. Keep the glove dry, but, yeah, we'll just ditch that. Don't need it anyway. We'll deal with some cold hands. This right here is the combo I use. Shimano Tranx 300 paired to a Jigging World Revel 2 to 5 ounce. It's been my glide bait rod this spring. And then here is the River to Sea 168 in perch. And I just love this bait. Wherever you're fishing, just match it to the forage that you have in your pond. In this case, I got a lot of yellow perch in here, and I just want it walking back and forth in that choppy retrieve like that, and they'll just pounce on it. Let's see here. Yeah, just back, forth, just like that, and it slowly sinks in between these jerks, so it really just looks like a big meal on its last legs. See, even that's too fast. I'm slowing down. Oh, here we go. Work that time. Yeah, that feels like a pickerel. I hope it does not bite me off. This bait's pretty big, so it does stay away from their teeth. But, you know, I don't want to... This is the only one I got, so try and baby this guy a little bit here. Yeah. See ya. They do... I'm fishing 25-pound mono right now, but, you know, does a pretty good job of holding up to all those fish, and I don't think pickerel can really bite through it too good. So. And it's like a mixed bag right now. It's this nice sunshine, you know, feels good. We got dark water, dark bottom. So this side of the pond is going to heat up much faster than the other one. So I think everything's kind of stacked up here right now. And it's just a matter of covering water. Just chop, chop, chop. Being patient in between the chops and just waiting for the bite. This approach, when it's cold, it really looks like a big bait fish just on its last legs after a cold, cold winter. And when the bass see it go by, I don't think they can pass up an easy meal like that, you know? Just making it an easy target. Now, as the weather warms up, I'll probably start adding some straight retrieve and then twitches. And then when it gets weeded up, I just burn it back. But I'm not skipping across the top. I'm still kind of trying to be subtle, you know? I think the fish are really stacked up here. So I don't want to, you know, put them off by cranking it a million miles an hour past their face, splashing it on the surface. I want to kind of make another cast, but creep it by, you know? And this is big fish time of year. Now, the beauty of these big baits is, you know, I'm trying to fish it slow because they have so much drawing power. The more time that bait spends gliding from side to side at a slower cadence, that means the big bass has time to swim over to it. You know, they're not going to chase down a meal when it's freezing cold, but, you know, I'm being thorough and really picking apart the water and giving them time to come up to this bait. Oh, there we go. Just load up. I'm gonna grind this guy in. This feels a little bit better. Just try to keep his head down. Just grind him in. Man, look at that wake. Oh, that's a better fish. That's better fish. Nice. Come here. Hoping he doesn't spit that bait. Nice. There we go. That's a good one. Red gills. Look at this guy. Oh. Perfect. Perfect northern largemouth, man. That's awesome. Always feels good when you get them on a glide bait in freezing cold water. It's probably... Water's probably barely 40 degrees, if that. It's freezing out here, but that's a good one. First decent bass of the spring. Ice out was maybe, you know, maybe 2 weeks ago. Always feels good to get one when you're, get one on a big bait when it's cold, but nice. That's a Jigging World Rebel. Sweet rod. Super light in hand. This is a good spring bass. There she goes. Sweet. That's what we came for. And that water, this water's still warm, so We've just been sitting in the sun all day and get out. Hopefully we can get a few more. That's a pickerel. Small one. This is the kind that you lose baits to. This leader has already seen a lot of pickerel so far this season. So hopefully it holds up the rest of the trip. Kind of rolling the dice here. Yeah, those teeth rake over your leader, could be game over. Last light here. Hopefully we can just find one more good bite. But this retrieve, this is it. This is the retrieve that I like. When it's cold, at least. There's one more. That retrieve is just the ticket this time of year. Pickerel, though. Come here. Here. There. He definitely grabbed it by the head. Always keep stuff tied to you. A little tip there if you're waiting. Yeah, bait's all right. No. No. Right through. Oh, you're gonna have to order more of these guys. See ya.